What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Mario and you're watching Hook to Cook.
We're here, ready to go. Let's go.
What up? Good morning. Back at the land of the surf and on the hunt for state record. You guys stay tuned.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be very, very special because we have three major topics that we are covering today. And the first of those topics is something that a lot of people have been commenting about, especially when they see foul hooked fish on the channel. And it's long overdue, but we threw some of these bad boys on the Kalisa today. Well, actually last night. Put them on. Just got a good pair of split ring pliers, and essentially what you're looking at is single hooks. And when you're looking for single hooks or at single hooks, you want to just make sure that this diameter is about the same size as the treble hooks that you're using. So for example, let's just show you what the stock treble hooks look like. So that's the stock treble hook right there, stock treble hook. And it is literally the same diameter as that hook. So it theoretically should fit in the fish's mouth, but the benefits are it's easier to unhook, faster to unhook, and less damage to the fish, less damage to the person, potential damage, and less mortal wounding if you're gonna release your fish. So gonna give this a shot. It's a very stout wire. Again, it's the VMC. This is the 1/0 VMC, and it's just the right diameter in terms of matching the size 6 stock hooks that come on these 110 jerk baits. So we'll give that a shot today. And then another thing that we want to test out is if this app right here really helps you catch fish. So we've been looking at this app quite a bit this week. This app is called Nautide or Nautide right there. So if we click it, it measures quite a bit of different things. This actually measures moon phase, weather, wind, sunlight, and barometer. So there's a lot of things that it measures. And by the way, this is not a paid promotion for this app. However, Nautide, if you want to do something, the email is below. But shows you the high tide, which today it is at 8:21, and the low tide is at 3:44. So there's a pretty good swing. It also measures tidal coefficient, which is how much the swing is, how much water is actually moving, tide table, all of that. Super awesome. And then if we look here, it just breaks it down to layman's terms. Actually, here's the moon phase that it looks at as well. But it literally calculates the fish activity, which is pretty freaking cool. It shows you the major and minor periods, but today, if you notice, there's actually a key at the bottom of this app, and it shows low activity, medium activity, and high activity, and very high activity is identified by the 3 fish icons. So all day today it says that the activity is going to be crazy. So let's see if this app is accurate, because it actually says that today high activity, and then you can actually click on the bottom right corner and that gives you all the dates, kind of a quick screenshot of what the following days look like. And by the way, this is a $14 app, $14 or $15 for the whole year. So it's a little over $1 a month. So you'd be able to look at this. But for example, if we look on the 29th, according to this app, the bite's gonna suck. So we've been playing around with this for a few weeks now. We heard about it from Jayson Pizarro. He's a friend from San Diego. But anyway, so that's the second thing we're gonna talk about. And the last thing that we're gonna talk about is what this water looks like. So right now we are in this area. It's the same exact area as the video that we're about to premiere tomorrow morning, which by the time you guys see this, it's already gonna be out. So here's what that icon is. Here's what that video looks like if you want to click on that later. So we're gonna analyze these waters, throw the drone in the air, of course. So that's part of a new series. So if you're new here, definitely hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bells, because we're trying to make this educational as well as entertaining. So thank you guys so much. Are you guys ready? Let's go. All right, guys, in terms of conditions, the high tide is in 1 hour. So we're fishing the incoming tide, and we'll fish through it into the peak high tide, and of course we'll fish after. So should be a pretty eventful trip. Beautiful, the conditions look great. This pocket looks great. Again, what you see in terms of wave action tells you what the topography looks like under the water. And again, we're gonna give this single hooks, we're gonna give it a try today, see how we do. So if you remember the last video, Martin caught his personal best in around this area. So let's give it a shot. It was a 17-incher. Ooh! Hey! Shoot! Dude, this thing peeled drag, bro! Oh! What is this? What is this? Come on! What is this? I want to keep the pressure because I want to make sure this hook is set good. This is a good fish. This is the first fish. Whoa! Whoa, the single hooks work. Whoa! Oh gosh. Heck yeah. Look at that. That's a nice fish. I kind of want to get a measurement of him right now. That hook came right out. Nice long fish. Oh, it pulled drag so good. Woo! That was awesome. That was so awesome, guys. So awesome. Those single hooks, man. Minimal damage. Awesome. That's a good fish. Oh, I don't know how long this thing is. This is long. It's a long nail. Solid. Let's get a measurement real quick. This guy, just over 15 inches. Very cool. 15 inches. 15 inches. Solid fish right here, guys. Solid fish. Another added benefit to having single hooks is the chances of them fouling up and hooking onto each other in terms of the hooks. Kind of doing this number gets minimized quite a bit because, well, it's actually impossible for them to get fouled up now. It's pretty freaking awesome. I like it. Ooh, got one. Good one. Good one. Oh yeah. Oh, he slammed it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in its throat. Oh, that was awesome. That was a vicious, 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 vicious strike. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. Oh, this one actually got him outside of the mouth. Whew. But he still went for it. Solid. Look at that. It's freaking awesome. There's another one on that single treble. Gorgeous golden color. Gosh, oh yeah, that was super easy. Super easy to get it out. That's freaking awesome. But didn't get him fairly, so let's get a release on this guy. The funny part is Dad's gonna watch this release and he's gonna be like, why? Why? And as promised, here is the aerial footage of where those two fish were caught. They were caught right here, and what's really interesting about this footage is now you can see exactly how this water has changed in the last few days. This is the same exact spot we filmed the last video, so here's what it looked like in the last trip, and we'll make our observations. And this shot was taken 3 days earlier at a little bit of a lower tide, and what you'll notice is that on this other clip, you'll see that the middle ridge that separates the two pockets is actually a bit thicker. This is something really good to keep in mind, especially if you have a particular spot you really like to hit. It can always change within just a few days. Going back to this clip, this whole area seemed to be productive from the far left to the right, while just 3 days later, that middle sandbar ended up building up so much that you had to either go far left or far right to be able to catch them. Dad fished right at this spot, and he was able to catch 1 and miss 3, and those last 2 fish that you saw were caught right here. This is a good example of how the wave action can deposit sand and change the topography under the water, so it's always a good idea to try to search for new pockets every time you go out, just for the mere reason that the topography continues to change even just within a few days. So I caught this fish right here where the deep section converges with the more shallow section. And again, the theory behind that is these fish like to travel in between each zone. So that made a lot of sense that that fish would be right here. Easiest way to tell is where it's the white water meeting the dark water. In terms of casting distance and action, it doesn't feel like the singles affect it very much, if any. So after those 2 fish, it really slowed down. We decided to move. And where we moved, the wave action was crazy. The waves would actually pile up and combine forces to create more of a super wave type deal, and I took a spill. Unfortunately, I was not recording, but Mario was, so we will leave this in the video just as a reminder to you to always be careful, pay attention to your surroundings, and never underestimate the water. Fortunately, I was wearing my rain suit over my waders, so minimal water was able to get inside, so that's definitely a tip that you guys should try.
So what just happened, buddy?
What just happened? Woo! Cardinal mistake. Underestimated the water. Don't ever, under any circumstances, underestimate the water. Your boy Edward just took a gnarly spill.
Yeah, you were underwater for a few seconds.
Yeah, so definitely check out Mario. I don't know if I was rolling, but Mario was. You guys will see in his footage what just happened. I fully got submersed because I underestimated the waves. I was just watching it, and all of a sudden I'm off my feet and getting tossed around underwater. Yeah, fortunately my rain jacket is over my waders. That prevented it from filling up. So that was good. I'm really not that wet. My right foot is completely dry. Yeah. And then my left foot does have some water. My sleeves are a little wet, but it's all good. Dad's already on. Nice. Good one? First cast? Nice, Dad. It's a good one, huh?
Not very good.
Not very good, but you're at least just playing it because it's been a while since you caught one?
Yeah.
Okay. There it is.
Right there.
Right there. Solid fish. Got him on the Kalisa. Okay.
That's bigger.
Okay.
And that's
Very nice. Good job, Dad. First cast. Crazy. So just as an update, we moved because the water in the spots that we were looking out, scoping out, was really rough. So we had to find something a little more sheltered. So that was definitely a good sign though. Dad's first cast, catching a fish. See if we could replicate that right now. But it's gonna be harder to catch that size with the single treble. But we'll give it a shot. Maybe there's some big ones hanging around here. We'll see. Another one? Dang, I might have to go back to treble hooks. Dad's got another one. That's so funny. Nah, I'm going big or going home. He's got another one on right now though. They must be in this like little pocket right here. And they must be hitting close because my dad doesn't go really deep in the water. Oh yeah. See, this is why we throw the single treble though, because this is what happens. Middle treble and the back treble, or and the front treble ends up snagging him. But he did take it. Look, that whole hook is in his mouth. Nice. Got one. Ooh, it's a good take. Man. Solid take. Oh yeah. That's what you want right there. Solid take. Oh, I love the sound when it hits and it just pulls drag. That's a freaking good sound. I think every fish that I caught today has made that sound. Awesome. Yep. Whew. On that single hook. Very nice. Another quality fish. So far it's hard to say if that app is like accurate because we've definitely had better days, but in terms of activity, if we're finding the right kind of water, we've been able to get them, but we'll continue to test that app for sure. No! Dang! Dad! It's a tough day. That was a high wave. It went all the way to the trucks. Jeez. Dad, here.
hold on.
Okay. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said yeah. Oh God, sorry, Dad. Oh.
I tried to go back up, but
That wave came out of nowhere. They just build. It's a big wave. Yeah, that's a big reason we fish together, in case something like that happens. That was kind of scary. Jeez. We might have to start fishing with wetsuits. The way that we fish. Fish like the guys on the East Coast. Oh yeah. It's the way that he's hooked too.
yeah, it feels heavier than the actual.
Good fish. Good fish.
So in this spot, we were able to pick off about 5 fish. And what's really cool about this is we were able to get a bunch of different angles on this location to help us analyze what's going on. From this angle, you can clearly see where the open ocean meets the shore, at a specific sand break, and that is where these first waves are forming. Basically, these waves are coming from offshore and being pushed up by the topography that's happening under the water, which is that sandbar. From this angle right here, you can clearly see what's going on. That sandbar sticks way up, and when the waves do hit it, it kicks up a lot of sand. And this angle, you can see where the open ocean meets that sandbar clearly, and what's happening is a shelf is created. And from this angle, the shelf is just within frame, so all we're looking at is the shelf that is created. And you will notice that on this shelf there are still deeper pockets, and it's wide enough in terms of the shelf to hold some fish. And it still applies that you can see the different pockets here, 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 and here, and this is still something that is fishable. When that shelf becomes too narrow, it becomes less fishable. We've actually had really good luck on this particular shelf, and the reason being, theoretically, is that the open ocean is just right there. This allows the predatory fish to come in close and feed in the shallows and then move right back to the open ocean when they need to. That's one reason this place might be holding fish. And despite being a wider shelf and shallower, it holds enough irregularities in it that it holds fish a lot of the time. If you like this content, please give it a like. It definitely encourages us to go out and record more of these kind of videos for you. Also, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We like to put out educational and entertaining content.
Ready to see how much water? All right, to summarize. First, single hooks, legit. Did pretty good. The hookup ratio, as expected, did go down. You don't even feel the small misses. Got a nice 15-inch, caught another one, actually caught 3 total. That app, the Nautide app, it's still inconclusive evidence. The predictions were pretty dead on in terms of the tide height as well as the timing. I'm sure the barometer and all the other things that that app measures was accurate, but the activity, the fish activity, was less than stellar. Who knows what it might have been. So the decision isn't made yet on that app, but if you want to check it out, again, it's Nautide. And then if you guys want to see some fresh fish sandwiches, this man right here is getting down.
Yep. Just waiting for the oil to heat up, then we'll have fish sandwiches.
All the ingredients. So if you guys want to see that video, check it out. Mario, what happened today?
Spin cycle. Spin cycle was on today. Pretty scary situation.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to review the footage right now.
He's watching it. All right, so if you guys want to see yours truly get smashed by a wave, Mario's link is in the description.
Yeah, we'll have it down below.
And then you saw Dad. He's drying off right now. You guys saw that.
Ain't gonna stop me.
That's not gonna stop him. See, apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So we're gonna call it a day. Thank you guys for joining. We'll catch you guys on the next one.